Shit!
I rest my case.
It was fucking horrible!
Okay, kind of a weird video or movie to return this certain show back to basics, basically. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to an opening night. I haven't done one of these in a while, mostly because I've just been busy and I have been so tired to really find time to do these. But this one I figured I'd make an exception because it's an interesting subject, and it's something that a lot of people are talking about. And I figured I'd give my 2 cents and actually help these guys out. So, today we are talking about the SpongeBob Squarepants movie, Rehydrated? I think that's the title? I watched it just on pure whim, okay? So, what is this rehydrated version of the SpongeBob movie? So, okay, first and foremost, as you guys can see, I mean, I like SpongeBob. I grew up with SpongeBob, like, the first few seasons. I was kind of, I was sort of there when it was really starting up. Didn't really make much of it because at the time Nickelodeon was putting out a ton of different content on their channel. I mean, at the time I was a big Rugrats guy. I was a big Rugrats guy, and I was a big Hey Arnold guy. So I used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon growing up. So SpongeBob came around, and I was like, okay, it was fine. I do remember the movie actually being really good, being relatively hilarious, and I love how over time as adults, SpongeBob has actually become even, like, bigger than it originally was. Like, it was a huge hit when it came out, and there was the movies and stuff, and it was mostly aimed at kids, but as adults who, you know, obviously were kids growing up with it, the show really resonates with people. I mean, I agree, it's one of the greatest cartoons of all time, it's one of the greatest kids shows of all time, and it's just something that just, it's a show that still holds up amazingly well, especially the first few seasons. My favorite episode being Arg, where they just go around being pirates over a board game. It's just the stupidest concept, but I love it. And also the Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy 6 the motion picture episode. But to the point, I do remember the SpongeBob movie. I remember really liking it when it came out. I thought it was really funny, and even now I look back like, this is fucking hilarious. The adult jokes land, the message for kids is great, the soundtrack's phenomenal. I love Ocean Man, love Goofy Goober, love all that crap. Look, the opening scene with the pirate ship is awesome. So, the question is, what is Rehydrated? I know I keep bringing up SpongeBob, but what is Rehydrated? Rehydrated is a fan compilation remake of the first SpongeBob movie. Now, what is a fan compilation, basically? Well, in fan film media, I necessarily put what's called fan makes in a category where, I mean, there's fan films that kind of tell a separate story based on a popular IP, but fan makes are basically remakes as a fan film. Like, My Kong remake is a fan make. That is part of that genre. But fan-make compilations, they're like compilation makes, or fan compilation makes, I gotta come up with a word for this, is basically a series of a bunch of different content creators from all parts of media who come together and recreate the movie, like, and each content creator gets about maybe 30 seconds to a minute at a time. This essentially started off with Star Wars Uncut back in, I want to say, like, 2008, 2009, or something like that, where a bunch of fans recreated the original Star Wars from 1977, and it was, like, a huge hit online. And then, I think later on they did Empire Uncut, which was actually handled by Lucasfilm. They actually did reach out to the fans and said, hey, you guys want to do Empire Uncut? I'm still waiting for Return of the Jedi to be done uncut. But then there's things like, it's not just that. There's also the shot-for-shot remake of Toy Story by a group of fans, and I've seen that one. That one's fantastic. I put that under a fan make because that's just one guy doing all of that, which is hugely phenomenal, and that gave birth to, I think somebody did Toy Story 3, and I haven't seen anybody do Toy Story 2 yet. But then there's also things like Shrek Retold, which is essentially a compilation remake, very much like the Star Wars Uncut movies, where it's remaking Shrek in different varieties of animation. Now, since Shrek Retold, and since the Star Wars Uncut movies have come out, this sort of very small genre has really taken off. They get millions of hits. You get to see basically like these amazing movies retold from fans' point of views in a variety of different artists and concepts and way they go about like recreating these sequences. In fact, I'll just say this right now, I want to do one for Kong, like the original King Kong for its 90th anniversary this year. It'd be cool to kind of do a, what I would call King Kong Unchained, meaning like it's a compilation remake of the original film. I think that would be really cool. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. So, with SpongeBob Rehydrated, this is one of those compilation remakes, and I've only heard about it through word of mouth, and I only heard about it literally the last few days. And you're probably wondering, well, how did I discover it? What's going on? Well, it turns out this movie has been in production for 2 years and has been a huge compilation of SpongeBob fans coming together to recreate the movie scene by scene with different varieties of animation, whether it be stop motion, digital, computer animation, hand-drawn, whatever you want to do with it. There's a lot of great YouTube animators out there on the platform, and they put out some exquisite work, great pieces of art from different points of view. So the reason I came across this is because, mostly due to Paramount being a giant fucking dick, because literally they put it out and 30 minutes in, Paramount blocked it for copyright, even though they used original audio or recreated audio of the original and new animation. And I guess the idea is the copyright was more the IP and the characters and everything in the movie itself. Like, it's like, you can't remake this, you know? It's like, it's our movie, but it's like, it's fan-created. Well, the thing is, I mean, I brought this up on a stink on Twitter, too, because I was following the process and realizing, oh my god, they actually, like, wow, studios are catching up with this. But I mean, like, when you're dealing with Paramount, who has been probably the most conservative studios in Hollywood because they've run out of IPs, they're running out of money, Paramount Plus is a disaster, the Halo series sucks, and the only movies that are able to make money for them is like the last few months they've been putting out Jackass, Sonic 2, and now Top Gun Maverick, but they're very protective of their properties. I think actually I heard Viacom actually sucked into Paramount, so Paramount is now Viacom. They are a huge issue. And, I mean, and you given what they've done with Star Trek fan films, like Star Trek fan media, they don't like fans. They'll take every cent that they can because they're so conservative, because they're on a dying age at this point. So they basically blocked this SpongeBob movie remake from YouTube, and it took a couple hours for them to get it sorted out, and it finally came out. And actually, they had to go to Newgrounds, which I've never heard of that website, but I might actually check that out. That seems like a new platform everybody's jumping to. So, I finally watched it. I'm 7 minutes into this review, just talking about SpongeBob and talking about, like, what went on. So basically, I finally sat down and watched it, and I want to give a huge shout out to these guys. I'll put a link to the movie down below. I'll put a link to their channel and their social media down below. Guys, go support them, because this was incredible. This was a really damn good retelling of the original SpongeBob movie, and it actually makes it funnier, makes it more creative. You get to see a lot of talented people come together for this collaboration that took 2 years, and it was a damn good 2 years, basically. So kudos to everybody involved in that production. It's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And it's a wonderful tribute to the creator of SpongeBob, Steven. I can never pronounce his last name, so I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a wonderful tribute to the guy, and the movie is pretty much, it's funny, because it's like I'm rewatching the movie, but at the same time, it's also telling it differently, where I could kind of enjoy all the different animation qualities behind it, and it's funny, because lately on my channel, I've been talking a lot about animated stuff. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I'm in a cartoon kink. In a way, I've been watching a lot of animated stuff, from, like, Transformers, to stuff at the Oscars, to the Kong animated movies, and then you've got American Tail. I've got a few more animated movie reviews to talk about down the line. Like, look, I don't want to become Animat. I know everybody compares me to Animat. I don't want to be Razorblade. That's their department. I want to focus on my special effects again, but again, some of this content has actually been taking up my time, and I'm discovering more and more. But I guess because I'm 30, I'm getting back to a bit of a cartoon thing that I haven't had since I was a kid. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with me, but just a lot of animated stuff has been crossing my path lately. I don't know why. So with the SpongeBob movie, or the Rehydrated version. It's actually pretty cool. There's so much animation behind it. I guarantee people who are on drugs will really like this. I'd recommend watching this high on pot. Like, this sounds amazing. It just feels like a great collaboration. It's very much like Shrek retold, except maybe a little less, I want to say, YouTube poopy in a way. Although, funny enough, like, SpongeBob YouTube poops are the shit. Like, SpongeBob, just internet-wise, it's just, this is the perfect environment to show this stuff. In fact, I'm surprised that the people who make SpongeBob, like, yeah, they sometimes acknowledge the memes, but they don't really try to collab with internet content creators and actually try to make the show maybe a little better. I don't know, it's something like that, but this was really good. I mean, even I think they got down to doing the music. Like, they recreated the music. The only thing I can kind of complain about, and this is just a minor nitpick, it's just a lack of sound design, to be honest. Like, I feel like there's not much in the way of sound. I mean, you get the voices, you get the music, but you don't get much in terms of sound. I mean, the original movie, I mean, it was a big cartoon, and it was a big, like, had a lot of music and voice actors involved, but it did have a bit of a good sound mix, too. Like, the sound was good for that movie. This one, kind of lacking, but does not take away at all from the experience of watching this retelling. I really did enjoy it. I can't even say how much is in it. I mean, you have to see it to believe it. It's a really phenomenal piece of work, and I would highly recommend it. So, not much to say. I just wanted to get this video out there. I wanted to support these guys. I would tell you guys, please go check out the SpongeBob movie, Rehydrated. Link down below. Follow these guys on Twitter and Facebook. They seem like a really cool group of guys, and I am willing to support the little guys who are taken down by the major studios as much as I can. Please do so. Go support this film. Go watch this film. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 just for all the amount of creativity and effort behind it. And I had a blast. I want to watch it again, but I want to get friends involved, and I would just get buzzed out and, like, party and be like, okay, this is awesome. It's funny because I actually talked to the guy and I said to him, you know, like, if this doesn't go well online, why don't you just sell it, like on VHS? Kind of like the cursed SpongeBob VHS. I think that would be really funny, and just toss that around at conventions. That'd be hilarious. So I do recommend this, guys. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Show this film some love, and show all these retellings some love. I think this sort of retelling compilation genre of filmmaking has been really taking off, and even I want to jump on it. Like, I've been really considering it with a couple of classic films. Jaws, Back to the Future, Kong. Like, there's a couple of movies I would love to just retell with a group of fans, and we all just take one scene, like a minute of time, and just recreate it. I don't know how y'all could pull it off, but it's something I'm actually kind of tinkering an idea with. So, go check out these movies, go check out these films, and let me know if you want to see these more of these recreations in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to support our Patreon. Just will get you access to all of our content as well as other special features. And I will be back with more opening nights. I do promise, guys. I've just been super busy. I have been working around the clock on big productions because we've actually gotten a huge boost. Just a minor update. A lot of our big productions are now finally picking up, and it's taking a lot of our time now, and we gotta be laser focused on that. So, there is videos coming. It's just, I want to be focused on getting this stuff done after 2 years of the pandemic. So, until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off. Go check out SpongeBob Rehydrated, link down below, and enjoy a really good time. This was a fun film. This was a really fun recreation. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later, and take it easy.